Hey, I'm Austin. Today we are checking the hives again. Last check, I put on another brooding box on the Western Hive because it was doing so well. So this week we'll see if they are drawing any comb there. The Eastern Hive has been doing well drawing comb in their upper brood box, but they were not drawing it out perfectly, so I had to scrape off a few sections of comb in hopes that they would build it a little bit better. So we'll be checking to see if the queens are still laying eggs. You can use pretty much any natural source of wood or anything to burn in a smoker. I use cardboard mostly because we have a lot of it around. Quite a bit of activity right under it. That's great. See the bees climbing in there. Bunch of bees on the bottom of the inner lid. These frames are looking pretty good. Starting to draw comb on this one. This one's actually got some weight to it. They're capping some honey, which is pretty cool. Let's see. There's some larvae and eggs in this one. Yeah, there's actually quite a bit of eggs in this one, which is really good news. Alright, a bunch of drone cells on this one, a bunch of new eggs. More honey, eggs, larvae. This one looks pretty good too. Except for this side, it's not fantastic, but it's not horrible. Alright, I don't think we're quite ready for brand new super on top. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't think I need to check the bottom since I've seen plenty of new eggs and larvae in food stores, so I'm sure the bottom also has very good stuff going on. I'll come back later this afternoon and add some sugar water to this hive so they have more nutrients to draw comb. Alright, so you can see this frame, they're starting to draw comb, but they were storing honey in between the frames. It's not what we want. Alright, so I think part of the reason this one's kind of messed up is I didn't push the frames together as well as I could have, it appears. I'll show what I'm talking about here. So you can see that comb, we're growing it between the frames instead of on the frames. So that is not a good thing, really. I haven't seen any eggs yet, so I need to pull this box off and see if there's any eggs or brood below, and if so, then we should be okay. I'll just clean up these frames, push them together so the bees will hopefully draw their comb a little bit better. Okay, there's a lot of honey in this comb that the bees are on right now that they obviously worked hard to get, so there's a couple options. I can scrape it off, clean it up for them, or I can leave it, and if there's a bunch of brood on it, I'll probably leave it, but if it's just honey, I may scrape it off. And I'll leave the comb in front of the hive so they can go clean it off and store it again. Alright, I don't see any brood. Okay, that obviously wasn't ideal, but I put the comb out front so they can hopefully regather all that honey and store it again. Alright, so this is all I really wanted to see, is all this brood. I just want to make sure that was on there, so I knew the queen was laying well, which it is, and there's fresh eggs, so it looks like only a few days old. So I will put this hive back together and let them carry on. Some fresh honey there that I really want to eat, but I feel bad for taking apart their hive, so I'll let them regather it and store it. Before I put it fully back together, I want to clean this frame up as well. Just pure beeswax. So this time I made sure to keep the frames together as closely as possible, and hopefully they will build better this time. And I'll be back later to give them some more food. and that just helps them draw out their comb a little bit faster. I'll leave them be for a bit. I'll leave all this comb up here and down below so that they can clean it all up, get the honey out. It's like 84 today in the Rocky Mountains, so it's quite warm for what we're used to, what the bees are used to. This is all the honeycomb that I scraped off today.